What makes a curry so comforting? Is it the warmth of the spices, the hearty mix of flavors, or the promise of a cozy meal? Today, we're going to learn how to make a curry that checks all those boxes and leaves you feeling right at home. First, let's talk about the secrets to a truly warm and comforting curry. Layering flavors. Don't just dump all the spices in at once. Instead, build flavor layers by blooming the whole spices in hot oil, then the aromatics, and finally adding the ground spices. This creates a depth of flavor that you just can't get by throwing everything in together. Slow cooking. While some curries can be made quickly, many of our favorite comforting curries benefit from a longer simmer. This allows the flavors to meld, the meat to tenderize, and the vegetables to soften to perfection. A balancing act. A great curry hits several flavor notes: spicy, savory, tangy, and sometimes sweet. Keep this in mind when you're seasoning your curry. Think about adding a touch of acid at the end, maybe some lime juice or tamarind and a hint of sweetness, coconut milk, or a pinch of sugar if it's needed. Fresh aromatics. Don't skimp on fresh ginger, garlic, and onions. They form the aromatic base of almost any good curry. Quality spices, freshly ground spices, or at least recently purchased ones, make a huge difference compared to old, stale spices. Toasting whole spices before grinding them intensifies their flavor. Fat is flavor. A good amount of oil or ghee is essential for blooming the spices and carrying flavors throughout the dish. Now let's put these tips into action with a simple chicken curry recipe. You'll find the recipe card in the description below. First, gather your ingredients. You'll need chicken, potatoes, onions, garlic, ginger, tomatoes, coconut milk, vegetable broth, turmeric, chili powder, ground cumin, ground coriander, garam masala, salt and pepper, fresh cilantro for garnish, and basmati rice to serve. Next, prepare all your ingredients. Chop the vegetables, mince the garlic and ginger, cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces, and measure out all your spices. Now let's get cooking. Add the oil to a large pot or Dutch oven and heat it over medium heat. It's time to bloom those spices. Add the cumin seeds, mustard seeds, cardamom pods, and cinnamon stick. Let them sizzle until fragrant, about 30 to 60 seconds. Be careful not to burn the spices, or else your curry will be bitter. Add the onions and until they're softened and translucent or even lightly browned for a deeper flavor. This can take 8 to 10 minutes. Then add the minced garlic and ginger and cook for another 1 to 2 minutes until fragrant. It's now time to add the ground spices. Reduce the heat to low, add the turmeric, chili powder, and ground cumin and ground coriander. Stir constantly for 30 to 60 seconds, allowing the spices to toast and release their aroma. If the pan gets too dry, add a tiny splash of water to prevent burning. This step is crucial for developing the flavor of your curry. After the spices are toasted, add the cubed tomatoes and cook, stirring occasionally until the tomatoes break down and the oil starts to separate from the mixture. In Indian cooking, this is called bunno, and it indicates a well-cooked base for your curry. Now, add the chicken and brown it on all sides. This seals in the juices and adds another layer of flavor. If you're using a different protein like beef, lamb, fish, or tofu, you'll want to brown it as well. Once the chicken is browned, it's time to deglaze the pan. Pour in the coconut milk and broth. Scrape up any brown bits from the bottom of the pot. This helps you capture all those delicious flavors and prevents them from sticking to the pan. Bring the mixture to a gentle simmer. At this point, you'll add any remaining vegetables like potatoes or carrots. We're making a fairly simple curry today, so we're just using chicken and potatoes. But feel free to add other vegetables that you love. Now it's time to slow cook your curry. Reduce the heat to low, cover, and simmer. The cooking time will depend on your protein. For chicken, it's usually 20 to 30 minutes or until cooked through and tender. For beef or lamb, it's 1.5 to 2.5 hours, or until for tofu or vegetables, it's usually around 30 minutes, or until the vegetables are tender. Stir occasionally to prevent sticking and ensure even cooking. Add more liquid if the curry becomes too thick. Once the chicken and potatoes are tender, it's time to adjust the seasoning. Taste the curry and add salt to your liking. Remember our balancing act from earlier? Now's the time to add a squeeze of lime juice for brightness, a pinch of sugar if it's too tart, or a dollop of tamarind paste for tanginess. Add garam masala if using, and any delicate greens like spinach, which will wilt quickly. Before serving, let the curry rest for 5 to 10 minutes. This allows the flavors to deepen and meld even more. Garnish with fresh cilantro and serve hot with basmati rice or your favorite bread. And there you have it, a comforting curry made with love and seasoned to perfection.